So many of the plays that were big in this game were three-point baskets assisted by LeBron. When you receive a pass, a cross-court pass from him, talk about the precision and why the delivery is so important in the success of the shot and his ability to make a pass from a difficult angle and difficult direction.
Well, a lot of the time, you find yourself open, you find guys cheating, and you only got to tell this guy one time that somebody's sinking in a little too much, and he'll find you with that pass, like I said, and him snapping the ball at you. His energy in that ball when you get it, and you just got to knock him down, because if he keeps driving and he causes everybody to come in there and make all that traffic, then just get your feet set and knock it down.
LeBron, what goes into those kind of passes, and how difficult are they, and how have you perfected that over the course of time?
I just seen every coverage that the defense can offer me, and I always try to be a triple threat on the floor. Being able to score, to rebound, to pass, whatever the case may be, how the game presents itself. Just give my confidence. I give my teammates the utmost confidence, and when I throw them the ball, I'm going to shoot with confidence, and I just try to put it exactly where they need it to be. Where all they got to do is catch and shoot, or catch and drive, and make things happen. So, it's something I learned when I was a youngster. Understanding how important the pass is, and how important it is giving your teammates confidence. When you have guys like the guy next to me, and Deli and and JR, and the rest of the guys on down the line, I'm able to do what I love to do best.
LeBron, Jacob Eisenberg, Sheridan Hoops. You guys collected more than a quarter of your shots today via offensive rebound. How valuable was that for building the lead?
Well, for us, offensive rebound is part of our game. Three-point shooting is a part of our game as well. We get up 30 looks at the three-point line, and we had 11 offensive rebound that converted in 13 second chance points. So that's all part of our game. It's part of our DNA, and when we do that, we're very successful.
LeBron, Bo Cherney, HawkSoup.com. Atlanta was collapsing early on your drives to the basket, and then we saw later in the game an uptick of you driving and then dishing out. Was that an adjustment made based off how they were collapsing on defense?
I'm able to make adjustments throughout the game, just knowing how the defense read and react. Obviously, when you got guys like here who shot the ball extremely well tonight, the defense starts to go further and further away from the paint. I'm able to see creases. When they react to me, I'm going to find my guys. I know exactly where they're going to be every single time I drive, and that's just a repetition that we have throughout practices and watching film and knowing where your guys are going to be, having outlets. And, they make themselves presentable, and I just try to put the ball right where it needs to be. So I'm able to gauge the game and watch the game, and able to replay it back in my mind, and understanding what I can do to help us win.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. I guess it's sort of along those lines, but if you go back to after Game 1 of the Chicago series, it was your first game without Kevin, and you said, with less offense on the floor, you had kind of decided you would need to shoot more and play a certain way. And you come in tonight, and Kyrie's not out there either, and you have this game that you had with 11 assists and dishing it all over the place. Just what made you switch again to playing, I guess, more of the point forward distributor?
That's how the game presented itself. And when I was attacking, I was seeing guys open. When they were bringing to me, I was seeing guys open, and like I said, I have the most confidence in my teammates to make shots and make plays. And for me, that's my job, is to put energy behind that ball when I'm finding them, and all they need to do is catch and shoot, or catch and drive, or make a play. And the game presented that tonight. I was able to be aggressive at times, getting to the rim, and then there was times where they brought 2 and 3 guys towards me, and I was able to find my guys, and they knocked them down.
David McMenamin, ESPN.com. Earlier in the season, when you passed Pippen for all-time assist by a forward, you told us that assist is your favorite play in basketball. I wonder if you could elaborate on why that is, and the feeling you get when you help these guys score.
Why that is, for me, more than scoring, is you always get the excitement of 2 guys being able to benefit from a pass. If I score the ball, if I'm in an ISO situation, or I score the ball, it's just me. you know, and you know, I've always been accustomed to team basketball. You know, when I'm able to put pressure on the defense and then make a pass to a teammate and he's able to knock it down, I've always got the excitement of that more than anything. But I have a gift, and that's why I'm able to keep defenses off guard, because, you know, they say, okay, we're going to make them score, we're going to make them pass. You know, you really can't make me do what I don't want to do. You know, I go out and I play the game the right way, and whatever that moment, that possession presents itself, I try to do what's best for our team at that very moment.
LeBron, Jeff Zogett, USA Today, back here. I'm sorry, LeBron. 2 nights ago, you said you had the #1 defense in the postseason. It's hard pressed to find too many stretches of the year where you guys were a top 10 defense. Why now? What's going on that have made you guys so good in the playoffs?
We've gotten smarter. We've ramped up our communication to a level that, you know, at times throughout the season I didn't know we can get to. And we're flying around and we're just helping one another in time of need. It starts with this guy, first of all. Look at those all defensive teams, and obviously he had a small window with us, but he will be on the all defensive team, you know, in this league very soon. And it starts with him, his approach. I love the defensive side. You have a guy like Dellavedova, who, you know, he takes the challenge and double T protecting the rim. You know, Mozzie as well in our starting lineup tonight. You know, and everyone else. Everyone takes it seriously, and we understand that ultimately, if we want to win long term, then we have to defend. It's going to give us the best possible chance to win, because the ball don't go into the rim all the time. You know, and you have to be able to get stops, and we've been able to do that thus far in our 4, 10, 12 games in the postseason.
LeBron, William Twitty with the Sports Shock Show with Wayne Gandy. What are y'all doing at halftime? You come out in the third quarter, the last 2 games, and shut them down. What adjustments, or what have y'all seen in your game plan?
You know, it's a total 360 from our last series. We were terrible in the third quarter versus the Bulls, and you know, we understood that if we want to be really good, we have to come out with a little bit more sense of urgency. We have to play, you know, more pedal to the metal in the third quarter, and defensively we've been locked in. You know, when the ball is entered, you know, either if it's their possession or if it's our possession, we've just been very, very in tune with the game plan, and that's allowed us to get to some leads in the third quarter and push the game out of reach.
Shump, Allie Clifton, Fox Sports Ohio. So many people know you as a defender, but as JR said yesterday, your biggest asset, he thinks, is being a two-way player. So kind of a 2-part question. Game 1, you said you couldn't even throw it into the ocean. What was the difference? And then come this time of season, how much do you really fuel off of your defense to get you going on both ends?
I try and approach each game the same way. With this team, we got a lot of guys that can score the ball. So the easiest way to get myself going is by taking the best player on the other team or the most aggressive scorer on the other team out of the game. And when I do that and my guys get going, or we get steals and long rebounds and get out in transition, it makes things easier. The easier things become on the other end, the more things open up, the more I can get my offensive game going. So, you know, what I try to do is just, you know, keep my defensive pressure up, and I know that on the other end, guys keep me aggressive, and you know, that I know I can pick my spots.
Ethan Scully, Turner Sports Bleacher Report. LeBron, both of you guys talked about what you've done defensively. They've talked a lot about how they haven't played Hawks basketball. They play more ISO than they typically play. How much do you think what you guys have done in terms of stopping their initial actions has had to do with forcing them to play that way?
How do I want to answer this question, Ethan? We're the #1 defensive team in the postseason for a reason, and obviously it's a great offensive team that we're playing against, and you can't stop a great offensive team. You just try to make it tough on them. That's all we're trying to do. Just trying to make it tough on them every night. test all their jump shots, be in tune with the game plan. You know, keep a body on a guy like Culver who can break open the game by himself. You know, and that's all. And that's all we can do. I mean, you know, they're going to make shots, which they did tonight. You know, they still made some shots. There was some possessions where we thought we could have been a little bit more in tune, but we just trying to make it tough on them. That's all we can ask. And, you know, our coaching staff give us a game plan, and it's up to us to go out and execute it. And that's what we've been doing so far in these first 2 games.
Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. LeBron, do you ever think about just some of the guys that these last couple of games, when you come up to the podium, you got different guys that joins you every time. What does that say about your team?
Just next man up. Guys are just taking a challenge. You know, it means everything to me to be able to share this podium with, you know, multiple teammates, you know, on every given night. You know, Deli and Shump and JR and Kai, you know, Tristan. You know, it could be James Jones next. It could be anybody. And, you know, it means a lot. It means that, first of all, that what they do it very well. You know, I got teammates that they don't try to outdo what they can do. They do what they do at a high level. You know, and you know, for me, I just try to lead them the best way I can, and they go out and work for me, and I try to do the same for them.
Bron, Josh Weir from the Canton Repository. How important was it in the third quarter to keep the pedal down, build that lead up, and maybe not just for this game, but for, you know, momentum purposes going forward?
Well, we learned from game one. You know, in game one we had a big lead, and we started to play the clock, and that was my fault. I took that straight to the head. I knew if I got that opportunity again, I wouldn't let it happen again. So, you know, we happened to